Yes. So how to post the invoice in SAP? So this is the end user task. So end users will do keep on posting the transactions like vendor invoices. So we are in part of AP. So in AP we are going to see the vendor invoice posting as well as like vendor payment against the invoice. So different scenarios are there. Now we are into basics. Now we have been done with the configuration and we have been done with the master data and we are going to do the transaction data. This is nothing but testing. Whatever the configuration we have done by us and master data we have been created, vendor master data. Now we are going to post one transaction, whether it's working correct or not. So we have to test it. These are all the end user tasks. Daily they will do the posting the, into the in their production, like we can call as like using the ERP SAP. In accounts and finance department, the user will keep on posting the transaction. So how they will post the transaction? Vendor invoice by using the ERP SAP. So if you see here, this is the SAP easy access screen. This is the easy access screen means like an end user screen. In this end user, they will go with the accounting, financial accounting is our module. And if you go and see here accounts payable, in accounts payable document entry, this is the invoice. FB60 is the transaction code, T code we can call as, and invoice. You double click over here and the screen will open. In this screen, they are going to post the transaction. How they are going to post the transaction? Supplier, invoice date, posting date, amount. By seeing the invoice, they will be doing the which supplier. Already the master has been created by us now. So we are going to post one transaction as a vendor invoice for the particular master data which was been created by us, we will be posting. So this is the one way. So you can go like this also, or else if you want to go with the transaction code, you can go with the transaction code also. This is the transaction code FB6, same screen will appear. So if you see here, you have to prefix /n FB60 is the transaction code, just press enter. If you press enter FB60, the transaction code, the system is telling that enter vendor invoice. Vendor invoice in company code RGO. What's your company code?
Our is BAJM.
BAJM.
Yeah.
You have to switch. If you put here cursor, company code, switch company code. So this is not our company code. In real time, it won't be like that. It is a server system, no. So we are keep on practicing with other different company codes. So it's showing like what latest what I have done in this RGO. It's showing. So now what I have to do, we want to switch to our company code. Just click here, company code. And if you see here, just delete this and you got to give the BAJM is our company code. BAJM. Select this and put it. So if you have been given this VAJM, the system is telling that enter vendor invoice in company code VAJM. So we have been done with the configuration settings with the VAJM and master data also we have been created the vendor for here in VAJM company code. So whatever the suppliers master data we have been created for the VAJM, we have to select the supplier by seeing the invoice. You will be knowing the who is the supplier. By seeing that invoice, you will be going to the list of suppliers over here. We have been created, no supplier not created.
I think we have not created.
We have to go with the master data, I think. Okay, anyway. So we have been done with the configuration data. Now we are going to create one vendor master data. How to create the vendor master data? The transaction code is nothing but /n BP is the transaction code. Just press enter. /n BP. BP is nothing but a business partner. In business partner, you can create the vendor master data as well as customer master data. Means how you can create the both means that choosing the role. So BP, go to the organization. In organization, system will choose the role, ask you to choose the role. So you have to choose the role. FLVN00 is the non-PO invoice. And if you see here, what is our group? Do you remember? I think
It's
BAJM.
BAJM.
This is the one, BDOM. Okay, BDOM.
Computer.
Okay. So we are going to, in this, we are going to create the vendor master. So how to create the vendor master? Transaction BP. BP means business partner. In business partner, you have to go with the organization and system ask you to which role. If you select this role, system will understand that FI vendor is nothing but non-PO invoices. Like if you want to create any non-PO related means like service-oriented vendors are there, you have to choose. So we are selecting that only FLVN00, and the group which was being created by us is BDOM, that is nothing but a BP group. So we have been selected that. In that, we have to create the vendor master. So who is our vendor? For suppose we are creating the vendor master for Madhukar Enterprises. Shall I use?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you see here, just I'm putting the Madhukar Enterprises. So, so you will become a businessman. Okay. Madhukar. Madhukar. So street, which street is nothing but Park Street. So, well, just I'm giving here like something address which was being provided in the invoice. Assume that we are creating the master data with respect to supported document. Invoice is there. So Madhukar has been given some services. So in order to post the transaction for the Madhukar vendor invoice, so we need the master data. So that's the reason we are giving the master data in general details. General data means like about the Madhukar, like what is the enterprise name, where it is situated, in which city it is situated, and all those things we have to give here by seeing in the this thing. India, Delhi, Noida, Miss Delhi. Where is the Delhi? So you can give whatever the necessary things I am giving here, the mandate ones. If you want to give all the things, and just in general data, what will give the mandate things I have been given over here. I am moving to the company code data. As I told you initially, like BP configuration, two data will be the general data and company code data, and third data is the purchasing organization data. So this is the not like inventory, not in a like a you like inventory is not there, services only, so that the reason I am selecting this thing. So if you go for this particular any purchase of like inventory, so we have to change the role FLVN01, then the purchasing organization data will come in addition to this. Now we are moving to the company code data. We are telling the system that for this Madhukar Enterprises to our company code we are assigning. So we have to give the postal code. We have been forgotten to give the postal code. So where we have to give, here I have been given the Noida. So any postal code we can give. Yes, where is the city? Sector 62, Noida. We have to give Noida here. And here I will give 62 sector. Just go to the company code. If you see here, for which company code we are creating this vendor, BAJM. So we have to give and just press enter. And if you see here, reconciliation account, we have to link here. Inventory option available. Why it is like that? We are not creating reconciliation account, we have to create.
No, no, we have not.
We are not created. Why we have to create in the each and every vendor, we have to do the reconciliation account. If you want to see the total accounts payable, if you go for the particular GL account, or are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. So reconciliation account, what will be the GL account? Which group it will come? Reconciliation account, which type? Vendor. You have to give the sort key here. So 01, create bank interest. And if you see here, G067 is the group name for the reconciliation. 65%. This is the thing. So now what we have to do, we have to assign this reconciliation account over here, which was being created by us. Now it was being here. Select this, and you have to go with the payment transaction. So I am giving 0001 immediate transaction. Just press enter. It was being predefined payable immediately due net. So you have to save it. Hmm. Business partner 823 created. How it was being created? From the business partner group. We have been assigned the number range for the BP group. No, from that number it was being created. And if you see here, the supplier number will be 1000045. How it was being created? It was being created from the vendor account group. So one number, supplier number, has been created from the vendor account group, which was been assigned by us. And BP means business partner number will be generated by system at the time of we have been assigned the number range to the BP group. Understood?
Yes.
So that's the
Sir,
main reason.
suppose if
Yes.
terms of payment we want to change.
I will
Yeah.
tell you that scenario. Just for a
Okay.
basic thing I'm doing. When I post the transaction, I will pay while doing the payment, I will show you. And say after the report, I will show you. Again, I will take some scenario, the terms of payment scenario, down payment scenario, discount scenarios. Okay. I will
Okay.
let you know that all the things like how to do everything. Once if you have been created the vendor master, as per the vendor, the terms of payments are changing, correct?
Yes, sir.
One vendor is immediate payment. One vendor allow 30 days. One vendor will allow 15 days. One vendor allow 30 days, and he will give like some cash discount if you have been paid that 20 days or 10 days. They will give the discount also. Correct? That all the scenarios I will show you. It is the basic things. No, first of all, we have to post one vendor invoice, and against I want to do the payment. Just if you learn this means like then you will be very easily you can do as per the scenarios. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Basics like we are making that data ready to post the transaction to enter the vendor invoice. So we need one vendor. So I have been created one vendor. So here I have been given the terms of payment at 0001. I will let you know how the terms of payment will be created. So as per the vendor it will varies. So while creating the vendor master, for suppose this vendor like Madhukar is the immediate due. So after some other vendor is there, for suppose XYZ Enterprise, he allows the 30 days. So we have to create one terms of payment, and the terms of payment has to be assigned over here. In vendor master, if you assign, when the user is keep on posting the transaction, then the system will behave like as per the condition you have been given 30 days or 20 days, it will be calculating automatically. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now we have been done configuration data and master data. Now system will allow us to post the transaction. If you are not having the master data, how can we post the transaction? So I want to show you how to post the invoice, and after that posting, I will show you the report, open item, and after that how to do the payment against the invoice I will show you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
N. You just note it down the BP number 823 and supplier number is 1000045. Here I will write, okay? 823, no? 823 and supplier number is 1000045. Okay?
Yes, sir.
1000045, no? Yes, 45. Okay. PP group which was been used by us. What? BDOM. Correct? This was the things.
Yes, sir.
It's clear. So I will let you know like how to post the vendor invoice. Just I will come back to this screen. So if you see here, just I come back with the screen, and if you see here, we can view the like FB60 have been shown by the transaction code as well as path also. Generally, we go for the transaction code FB60 and just press enter. And now you can see here, we should be seen here vendor invoice posting for company code VAJM. If other company's code, switch on to our company code, and you make sure that the supplier for which supplier you are going to post the transaction, how that many suppliers has been created in this like a supplier will be shown as per the company code. So what we have to do is nothing but like we have to post the transaction for the respect to supplier. So if you have been created n number of
Hello,
suppliers,
sir.
yes, tell me. Rashmita, tell me.
Yeah. Uh,
Yes, yes,
Good
tell me.
evening, sir.
Good
Sorry,
evening, good
I
evening.
joined late.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes it may happen, no? So don't worry. So
Yeah.
just like we
Yeah.
have 2 minutes back only we have done. So I've been created
Okay.
the one vendor master. Okay, don't
Okay.
worry. Like I will
Yeah.
show you again. And now I'm
Sure.
going to post one vendor invoice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will show you again how to create. Don't worry. Okay. We can
Okay.
also
Yeah.
post. So if you see here, what we are going to do is right now, we are going to post one vendor invoice. So for that vendor invoice we are posting, that is the transaction code FB60. And if you see, if you do the transaction code here, slash and FB60, just press enter, you will move to the screen. So you enter the invoice, vendor invoice. Which invoice? Vendor invoice. We are into accounts payable. It's accounts payable related to the vendor. Now we are going to enter the vendor invoice. In vendor invoice, company code BAJM or company code. So if you see here the transaction, which type of transaction? Invoice. So if you see here, which supplier are posting? So already we have been created the vendor master. So for which vendor you are going to post, you have to select here and just press enter. And if you see here, just now we have been created this thing. So what we have been created? Madhukar Enterprises, supplier number is 100045 and company code is BHIM. And if you see here, this is the one. So you have to select this. Okay. If you have been created 5, 10 vendors, that vendors will be appearing over here for the company code which was being created the vendor master. All the vendors will appear over here. So within that, what is your invoice? Wow, for which invoice you are going to post the invoice? Means like for which supplier you are going to post in your books of accounts, you have to choose. So our supplier is 10045 and invoice date. Which date you are posting? 23/09/2025. Is the invoice date. Posting date is 23/09/2025. So if you see here, the document type is what? KR. R means invoice. Always R means invoice. K is nothing but a vendor. So if you see here, vendor invoice. KR means K stands for vendor, R stands for invoice. So vendor invoice. So the transaction, which type of transaction we are doing? Invoice R. So which type of invoice we are posting? Vendor invoice. So document type KR is nothing but vendor invoice. It was being pre-delivered by the SAP. KR is document type. Whenever you see wherever you see that KR is nothing but a vendor invoice. So we are going to post the vendor invoice. So document type is nothing but KR. How much amount? For suppose you are posting for 1 lakh rupee. You are posting the vendor invoice for 1 lakh rupee. The text you have to give. What the text? Being vendor invoice posted for audit fee. Anything like you can do as per the narration you required. So here what will be the accounting entry as per this thing? Like we have been taken the service from the supplier whose name is Madhukar. Madhukar has been given the thing like a sub. We have been received the invoice and we are going to post the invoice into a books of accounts. So by using the F by 60 and you have to give the supplier name over there for which supplier we are going to post the transaction of invoice. So we have been given the invoice date and posting date and what's the amount we have been seen in the invoice like 1 lakh rupees we have been charged. So we have been given the text as a being vendor invoice posted for audit fee. Okay. So the GL account is nothing but you have to set here which GL account has to be debit. So audit fee GL account has to be debit. Select this audit fee and just press enter. And if you see here, this 1 lakh has to be copied and you have to paste it over here. And if you see here the text, just copy this text and you can paste it over here. So what we have to do, just press enter. Just press enter. What is happening to the system here? Just press enter. If you press enter, In right side, the vendor details and address has been came. How it has been came? The general data which was been given in the vendor master BP by choosing the role FBL00. So group has been chosen. In the general data, we have been given Madhukar Enterprises, 62 Park Street, and this is the pin code, and he is from Noida. So what we have to do is this vendor this vendor is giving the services and is like his address is nothing but this is the one. So it was been appear from the master data which was been created for this particular modular enterprises. From there it was been came. So what we have to do, we have to go with the go to the document, simulate it. Hmm. If you see here, we have been simulated. So why we have to simulate it? We have to see the accounting entry. What the system is creating the accounting entry. So what we have been given, we have been supplier name and we have been given the posting date, document date, and amount and narration, and the expense account has to be debit and supplier has to be credit. So we are posting the vendor invoice. So if you see here, after going to the document and I have been simulated the accounting entry, we can see with the document header and the line item display. The document header consisting of what? Document header consisting of what? Document type. Which type of document we have been posted? KR. KR means what? K for vendor, R for invoice. Vendor invoice, we are going to post the transaction. So we are not been posted. We have simulated to see the accounting entry. So the document number was not being generated. Why? Because we are not given. We are not been posted. Just we are seeing whether the entry is correct or not, and it's debits and credits we want to see. For company code BAJM, fiscal year 2025, and document date is today's date and posting date is today's date and today's date. If you see here, today's date and the period is 06 and document currency we have been posted in document currency INR. If you see here, these are the line item display. Line item 1, if you see here, the Madhukar Enterprises, we have been received the invoice from the Madhukar Enterprises. So with the 1 lakh rupees minus means like we have been credited the Madhukar Enterprises, and Madhukar Enterprise supplier number is 100045. The posting key is 31 is credited. If vendor credit posting key is 31, you have to write on piece of paper. So the posting key determines the debit and credit side of the transaction. So the posting key 31 determines the posting key of like a particular credit posting key for the vendor. So whenever you are going to post any credit for the vendor, so it's the 31 is the credit posting key as predefined by the SAP. So if you see here, audit fee is the GL account. The GL account which was being created by us is 3000 and 40 is the debit posting key in GL account. So one GL account has been debited. This is the expense account and this is the or sundry creditor. So this is the accounting entry. It's correct. So what is it correct? Like Madhukar, shall I proceed to post?
Yes.
Yes. So we have to post. How to post the transaction? This is the post. You click here, the system will post the transaction and generate the document number. 1007 was posted in the company code BHIM. So how it was been came? We have been given the number ranges. From that number ranges, the system will generate the document number. So we have been posted the document. The document reference number will be generating from the number range which was been provided for the KR. So this is the way. So we have been posted the invoice. Now we have to see the report, open item slash n means like we know one invoice. If you are going to post number of invoices, if you want to see the open item means like which is open, like if you are not been paid the invoice, not non-paid invoice, if you want to see how to see that all the things in one place, slash n FBL 1N, just press enter. FBL 1N. So if you see here the company code, you have to give your company code. If you give the company code here, the vendor account will be shown here. So how many suppliers are there? That means suppliers will be displayed over here and you have to choose the supplier and you can give the supplier number also. If you having the supplier number, you can give and just press enter. So you have to, if you see here, if you see here the open item, cleared item, all item, now we are going to see the open item. Open item is nothing but like it is yet to be paid. So if you see here, just execute here. Then if you see here, the supplier number is 1000045 and company code is BAJM. And if you see here, name is Madhukar Enterprises, Noida, and document number is 1007 And document type we have been entered is vendor invoice, K is vendor, R for invoice, vendor invoice we have been paid. The document type is nothing but a vendor invoice. And document date, when we have been posted the document date, sorry, when we have been document date, we have been entered in particular thing. And when we have been posted the document date, and posting key which was being used, like it is a credit, like Madhukar Enterprises credit, and net due date is 23/9/2025. Why it is like net due date is showing? While creating the vendor master, we have been given immediate payment. So that's the reason system is showing that immediately it has to be paid. So net due date means today only we have to pay. So if you are not paid today, tomorrow it will be overdue. Why? Because immediate due we have been given for this particular vendor master. So he is not allowing us the credit period. So that's the reason his system is showing that today only due date. So if you see here, amount in local currency is 10,000 and amount in document currency is 1,000. And if you see here, which is the payment terms which was being used by us 0001 means immediate payment. If you see, put it here, immediate payment terms. If you see here, I want to scroll this. Narration is nothing but which was been given by us being vendor invoice posted for the audit fee. Are you getting? So this is the way. This is the way to see the open item. Now what we are going to do, we just, I want to execute and I will show you. I will, okay, this is the one. And I want to do the payment. I want to do the payment. So how to do the payment against the invoice? /n F-53 is the transaction code. /n F-53. These are the most commonly, if you use one or two times, you will be understanding over there. There is no need to by heart or remember these things. Just if you are doing the practice, then you will be getting. These are the end user tasks. So you can do very easily. So what we have to do, we are doing the post outgoing payment. Post outgoing payment. The header data. So this is the header data. This is the line item wise we have to give. So if you see here, what we are going to do when we are going to do the payment today, document date is today's date. And if you see here, KZ, K stands for vendor, Z stands for payment. Now we are doing the vendor payment. So document type of vendor payment is nothing but KZ. So now which type of transaction we are doing? Vendor payment. Vendor payment document type is KZ, which was been pre-delivered by the SAP. So which company code? BAJM. And posting date, today's date. Period is 6. As per the non-calendar year April to March, we are using the period is 6. Okay, some interruption is coming here. Okay, so is like INR. We are doing the transaction INR. So what we have to do, you have to go with this thing. If you see the bank data, you have to give the bank data. Why you have to give the bank data? You are doing the payment through the bank. So what will be the accounting entry? Ashmita, sorry.
Yes, sir.
We are doing the payment to the vendor. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
What will be the accounting entry as per your knowledge? So when what will be the debit? What will be the credit?
Vendor account data too. I don't know, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Tell me. No,
It,
I will let you know.
yeah, it's
So
correct.
we are doing the payment to the vendor. Okay, you have been told that vendor account data. From where we are doing bank. So bank it should be credit. That's it, no?
Bank, yeah. Vendor
Amount
account
is
data
going.
to bank.
That's
Yeah.
what. Very good. So what we have to do, we have to see that accounting entry. So we have been given the header data with the posting date and document date and which type of transaction we are telling that for vendor payment and for which company code and all those things we have been seen. Now coming to the bank data, now we have to give the bank. Through the bank we are doing the payment. So we have to give the bank account number. So Here we are not giving any debits and credits while generating, while seeing the document like a simulation. At the time you will be seeing with the posting keys of debit and credit. So you will be seeing over there. So first of all, we have to understand that how to do the entry. Like if you do here, there is no debits and credits. So simply you have to give the bank data and you have to select the supplier. So system, while simulating system will show you that which account has been debited, which account has been credited. So if you see here, just bank account you have to select. Our bank is HDFC. No, yes, bank account HDFC. How much amount you have to pay? 1 lakh rupees. So invoice is 1 lakh rupees, correct? Invoice is 1 lakh rupees. So text, what the text is got to be in amount paid against the invoice, towards the or against the audit fee. So to whom you are paying? Supplier. Who is the supplier? Supplier number 1000045. Here we are not giving any debits and credits. Simply we are giving the bank details. Here the supplier things. So what we have to do? Process open item. Just click on process open. Why we are processing open item? We are doing the payment against the invoice. So open item is there. That open item we have been entered as a vendor invoice. Against that open item we are doing the payment and we have been given the payment details. So like a bank details and supplier details we are doing, how much of amount we are doing. So we have to, we are telling the system to process the open item. So against that invoice we are doing the payment. So what we have to do, just click on process open item. System is storing that the entry BAJM is missing the table 40 T043G. What do you mean by this? This is the table name. T043G. Means this is the missing, system is telling. So what we have to do, I will let you know. This is the table name. Now how to see the tables, I will let you know. Don't worry. In this table, system is telling that we have not been done the configuration. So we have to go with that particular thing. So what is the thing? /n SC16N to see the table. So the system is telling that we have not been maintained that thing. So we have been not done configuration. So what is that configuration? What is the table name here? T043G, correct? T043G. T043G. Just give the TO, I have given T0, you have to give T043G. So execute it. Come back again. For our company code, we have to do. So if you give here, our company code is BAJM. What is missing? We have to see this table name. So give the BAJM and execute here, and system will let you know no value found. Means we have not been given the tolerance group for customer or vendor. So we have not given this, done the configuration. So what is the tolerance? We have to give some limit system. We have to give the system to allow this from this limit to this limit. Minimum amounts we have to give. So how we have to give? I will let you know. /n OBA3 is the transaction code. Yes. If you see here, customer vendor tolerances, we have to give for our company code BAJM, and here we have to give the tolerance group. So what's the tolerance group? Like you have to give. I want to show you that this document also, then you will understand. OBA3, correct? I want to open the document. This is a step. OBA3, and we have to give some minimum amounts of like things like we have to go having in 5.5. So we are telling the system that, so you allow these amounts like If you are not allowing anything else, system won't allow to post the transaction. So the permitted amount differences like 5 and 5 rupees having a revenue and loss. Just I am telling the system that above this we can post it. So you have to give here. That's the thing like I have been mentioned in the document. If you see here permitted payment differences, and if you see here we have to say. So here we have to do simple small one step like revenue and like losses like differences. If you give, then system will take it into consideration. This is the tolerance we have been given. So if you go and see here open process item, now it will be goes to the particular one item were selected. If you see here, we are paying against the invoice open item process. We have been clicked on open item process like if you see post outgoing payment process open item. So whichever invoice is open for that invoice against we are doing the payment. If you see here the document number 1007, the document number 1007, vendor invoice KR, when it was been posted, today's date 31 is the posting key. If you see here how much 10,000 rupees against this we are doing. So system is telling that this is the 1007 KR. This is the 10,000 is the back. For the 10,000 rupees, we have been paid 10,000. So it is not assigned zero. So we have to check like this. So what we have to do, go to the document, simulate it, and you can see here. One minute, please. Okay. So this is the one. So if you see here, this is the document header, and a document header consisting of like a document date, posting date, and which type of transaction, period, and company code, currency, and this transaction date and fiscal year. This is the document header. So if you see here, the line item wise, you can see here line item 1 and line item 2. And if you see here, the line item 1 is nothing but like if you see here, we have been paid through the bank HDFC. So HDFC bank account is 10,000 minus. So if you see here, the posting key is 50. Why? Because HDFC bank we have created the GL account. GL account credit is nothing but 50. Why? Because the amount is goes out from the bank. So it is credit. The credit posting key is 50 as per the GL account we have been created. Madhukar Enterprises is the vendor or supplier you can call as 1000045. The posting key is 25 means we have been debited, we have been paid to the Madhukar, so it is the debit. So debit posting key for the vendor is 25. As I told you earlier, vendor invoice vendor is credit 31 and now vendor debit here, debiting here. So if you see here for vendor debit posting key is 25, for vendor credit posting key is 31. What is the document type for vendor? Vendor invoice KR. What is the document type for vendor payment? KZ. Understood? So you have to save it. Yes, you have been saved. So 1008 was posted in the company code PAJM. So it was been generated. So what we have to do, we have to check. So now it is 10,000 is showing, no? Only one. I have been paid. Come back again. And if you see here, okay. If you see here, just I'm showing you no item selected. Why? Because like I have been generated this thing, no open item is there. So open item I have been choose. So I want to show the cleared item. So execute it. It will show the cleared item. So you can see here for the supplier how much amount is balance. If the amount is paid, which against that which invoice we have been paid, you can see in green color. Earlier it was in red color. It is cleared. Cleared means green color. So 1007 we have been posted the vendor invoice KR and for this thing 10,000 rupees and 1008 KZ means vendor payment. This vendor invoice, this vendor payment. If you see here 10,000. 10,000 minus 10,000 zero balance means there is no outstanding amount to be paid. Are you getting, Madhukar?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here we want to see the balance. How to see the balance? I will let you know. /n FA GLB 03 is the transaction. Just press enter and 1000 GL account, bank account you have to see. So make sure that your company code physical year here, execute it, and you will move to the screen. This is the 6th month. We have been brought this capital. Within that, we have been done the payment, and this is the remaining balance. If you want to see this, of credits, you can go with the credit balance, that is expenses. So we have been done in like a GL account 50,000, 20,000, 10,000, and after that 1,78,000. And if you see here 1 lakh. So altogether, if you sum, this is the expenses for us. So if you see here, 3,58,000 rupees has been done till now within the 5 lakh, 5 crores or like anything else like 50 lakhs. No, yes, this is the balance. You can see. So what we have to do is nothing but like if you want to see how many vendor invoice posted, how many vendor payments has to be posted, we have to see. So if you can see here /n, you want to see the document list of vendor invoices and document list of vendor payments. So I want to show you how to see. FB03 is the transaction code, just press enter and just remove this document number and give the company code and fiscal year is 2025. And if you go to the document list, in the document list system is asking again the fiscal year 2025 you have to give and just press execute button over here and system is telling us specify the another selection criteria. Yes, you have to mention the selection criteria. So which type of document you are going to see? KZ. KZ is nothing but for KR. KR means in the invoice. How many vendor invoices has been posted in this particular company code? We have to see. If you see here physical year I have been given wrong, so you have to give 2025 and you have to execute it. If you execute it means like till now we have been posted one document, system is showing that company code BAJM, the document number 1007 for the year 2025. Which type of document we have been posted? K means vendor, R means invoice, vendor invoice we have been posted and documented in posting date. If you want to see the accounting entry, you can see here. This is the way. If you want to see how many vendor payments has been done like document list wise, like for suppose if you want to see, you can go with this particular thing and you have to do the KZ and you have to do the execute and the system will let you know that with the document list it will give and when it was been posted and what is the document type and all the details will be appears over here. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the list of documents you can see with respect to the transaction type. For suppose you have been posted so many transactions in vendor invoice. So what you have to see if you want to the list of documents, if you want to see for the particular company code and date wise and posting date and all those things, it will be appear in one place that you can see as per the accounting entries also. So understood, Ashmita?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Ashmita, okay, Ashmika, not Ashmika. Okay, are you getting?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, okay, very good. Just watch the video how to create the vendor master have been shown. So I will let you know. I will let you know that how to do once again. So you will be understanding. Once again, I will show you for you /n BP.
Hello.
Internet.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like, okay. If you see here, this is the transaction code BP. In BP, we can create the business partner of vendor or customer. Go to the organization. And if you go to the organization, system is asking to choose the role. So why it is asking to choose the role means like we system has to understand that whether we are going to the creation of vendor master data, customer master data. So we are going to create the vendor master. Why? Because we are into accounts payable. What is the role we have to choose? FLVN00 is the role. So non-PO related means like only services related we can go. So if you see here, general data is there, company code data. General data is grayed out. The system is showing the general data you have to give here. In the general data, what you have to give? The vendor details. By seeing the vendor, you will be knowing the vendor name, vendor address, and all those things. So if you see here, I am creating KK and Co is our vendor. And if you see here, if you want to search, you have to do KK. And if you see here, what are the mandate fields I'm filling over here? Prakash Street. By seeing the invoice, you will be knowing all those things. And it is like any crossroads or the sector 12 you can give for suppose. And company postal code you can give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6 characters that should be there. And country, in which country it is located, you have to give. In which state, it is, like if you see here, I'm giving Gujarat. 1 minute. English. You see. Company code data. In general data, we generally give the details of the particular like vendor and vendor addresses and all those things. And for which company code you have been creating this particular vendor, you have to give the particular company code over here. If you select this company code and just press enter, it will ask the reconciliation account. We have been created the reconciliation account. Just see the video. And if you see here, this reconciliation, every vendor we connect this reconciliation account. So payment transactions we go. For an instance, we are using 0001 means immediate payment for this particular vendor. And if you go and save, the vendor PP number as well as supplier number will be created by the system. So how it is created? 824 is the BP number. If you see here, this is the BP number, and supplier number is 1000046. Yesterday, previous day, we have been created the supplier account group and vendor account group as well as BP group. We have been created the number ranges for that, and we have been assigned the supplier account group, and we have been created the number ranges and assigned for the BP group. We have been synchronized. So the system will generate that numbers from the BP number, this from this BP number from the number range we have been given to BP group, and the supplier number will be generated from the vendor account group. We have been assigned the number range. From that number range, it will be generating the this vendor account group. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And one more thing. So now if you want to see how many suppliers you have been created for all company code, correct? Now we want to see. So how we have to see that? I will tell you. /n, okay, /n IBP. Okay, 1 minute. We have to go with the /n SC16N to see the table name. So what table name is there for this particular supplier? So just press enter. If you see here, I have been given this table name. Just remove this table name and you give this IBP supplier. IBP supplier. Just execute it. If you see here, IBP supplier 400 hits means all the suppliers has been came here. We know we don't need these suppliers. So we need the suppliers for our company code. How many suppliers we have been created till now? So what we have to do? Come back. And if you see here, who is a supplier? One supplier number 1000045. 1000045. Just execute it. 10045 is a supplier. The partner number is 823 and it is comes under the group BDOM and this is the one. So come back. And if you want to see here /n FB60, you can go and just press enter. And if you see here, we are entering the supplier invoice. If you give the company code, you can see the list of suppliers which was being created by us. It will be showing here. Till now, like we have been created one vendor, one supplier. Right now, we have been created other supplier. So by seeing the invoice, you can select the particular supplier and you can do the transaction. Understood? I have been told you how to see the BP number and all those things.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. So this is the way to see. Don't worry. Like tomorrow, like we'll be having as usual, like 7 p.m. only. Be sharp by 7 p.m. So
Sure,
I will
sure.
also, okay, I will be also like, why? Because like I'm being like a small work. So we'll take about like eight. We'll close by after 5 to 8 or 8. So whatever we depends upon the topic, we can go and we can do it. So for this, like I will send the recording as well as the document. So it will be easy to do the configuration to system. If you are facing any challenges, like please let me know. My number is there now. Just ping me so that I can support you. Okay.
Sure, sure. Sir, yesterday there was a class.